Hi, Sarah. Have you been following the latest economic news?
Hi, John. Yes, I have. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? The economy seems to be going through a lot of changes lately.
Absolutely. I was reading about the recent interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve. Do you think it's going to help curb inflation?
Well, raising interest rates is a common tool to combat inflation. It makes borrowing more expensive, which can reduce spending and slow down the economy. But it's a delicate balance. If they raise rates too quickly, it could lead to a recession.
That's true. And it seems like the labor market is still tight. Unemployment rates are low, and companies are struggling to find workers. How do you think that affects inflation?
When the labor market is tight, wages tend to rise as companies compete for workers. Higher wages can lead to increased consumer spending, which can fuel inflation. It's a bit of a cycle. On one hand, it's good for workers, but on the other hand, it can contribute to higher prices.
Speaking of prices, the cost of living has gone up significantly. Housing, food, energy, everything seems more expensive. What do you think are the main drivers behind this?
Several factors contribute to the rising cost of living. Supply chain disruptions, increased demand as the economy recovers from the pandemic, and geopolitical tensions affecting energy prices are all playing a role. It's a complex situation with no easy solutions.
That's true. Do you think the government's fiscal policies are helping or hurting the situation?
It's a mixed bag. Stimulus measures helped keep the economy afloat during the pandemic, but they also increased the money supply, which can lead to inflation. Long-term, sustainable policies focused on boosting productivity and addressing supply chain issues might be more effective.
I agree. It's interesting to see how different countries are handling their economic challenges. Some are focusing on austerity, while others are increasing spending to stimulate growth.
Yes, and each approach has its own set of trade-offs. Austerity can help reduce debt but may slow economic growth. Increased spending can boost the economy but might lead to higher debt levels. It's all about finding the right balance for each situation.
It's definitely a challenging time for policymakers. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold.
Indeed. The economy is always evolving, and it's important to stay informed and adaptable. Let's hope for a stable and prosperous future.
Agreed. Thanks for the insightful discussion, Sarah. It's always great to get your perspective.
Likewise, John. Take care.